Hi, everybody. This is Lee, and I'm just giving an update on Standing Rock, the North Dakota pipeline. This is an article written at Common Dreams, Tuesday, January 17th. This is by Nika Knight. She's a staff writer. And the title of the article is Water Protectors Arrested, Tear Gassed for Peaceful Prayer Walk at DAPL Site. And so they're once again facing police in riot gear, tear gas, and there have been arrests as well. They had a prayer walk at the pipeline drilling site, which is alongside the Missouri River near Cannonball, North Dakota. And so people are trying to bring attention to what's happening. They're posting pictures. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers denied the easement necessary for drilling underneath the Missouri River because people feared that there would be a pipeline break, since pipelines have been breaking all across the United States. In fact, pipelines in Louisiana broke 144 times in 2016 alone. That's one state in 1 year, 144 pipeline breaks and failures. And so people are concerned that since this is running under the river, it's going to send toxic sludge into the river, which is a concern. It goes past Sioux Nation, down to Sioux City, Iowa, then Omaha, Nebraska, and then Kansas City, Kansas, contaminating all those municipal water supplies along the way before it reaches St. Louis, Missouri, where it joins the Mississippi. And so that's why they're protesting the pipeline, not only to protect their sacred lands and the environment for themselves, but everyone else downstream from North Dakota. North Dakota hasn't shown much concern, at least not the capital city, where that pipeline was supposed to go. But people said, no, don't contaminate our water. Push it downstream and contaminate Sioux City, Iowa, Omaha, Nebraska, Kansas City, Kansas, and St. Louis instead. That's okay. So anyway, that's what people have been fighting for, or fighting for clean water, for indigenous rights, to recognize treaty law that protects the people and the land from overreach by this corporation that's trying to take over the state government. But anyway, speaking of corporate takeover of the government, the Republican-dominated North Dakota legislature is pushing legislation right now that would make it legal to run over protesters with cars, among other anti-protest measures. So the North Dakota legislature, the Republicans, want to legalize hit and runs against protesters. That's what they're doing up in North Dakota. So it's just getting crazy up there. It's been crazy, but it's now not extra legal. They're just trying to legalize all the stuff that they're doing. You'll just have to read the article. I can barely describe it. And so there's like harsh winter weather, there's growing tension. There were many people focused on North Dakota like in December, but eyes turned towards what was happening in Washington as well. But there's still concerns about what's happening in North Dakota. It's not over. There's growing tensions. The water protectors and their allies are maintaining a presence. They're serving as guardians, they're serving as stewards, and they're serving as caretakers, which people might also interpret as God's intentions for man anyway. Greens don't often discuss the environment and Christianity in the same sentence, But anyone looking in the first book of Genesis knows that man was put here on earth to be caretakers of planet Earth. And so they are fulfilling that role. And there is video footage of the prayer walk. And then there's also footage of tear gas floating overhead. And so participants in this action claimed on social media that the police were firing rubber bullets and that one person was struck by a police snowmobile and taken in an ambulance from the scene. And so that was on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The North Dakota law enforcement decided to use that day to shoot at and tear gas people praying and then run one over with the snowmobile. So that's the update from North Dakota. It's not over on either side. Looks like the vigil is going to continue throughout the winter, and hopefully there will be recognition that the God-given right to exploit resources, no matter who is harmed in the process, is not necessarily God-given rights. It's greed, and that's something entirely different. Anyway, I'll let people read this article to get themselves updated, and you can still find out how you can assist if you're so inclined. The Standing Rock Sioux Nation and protection of the water source of 18 million people downstream. Good luck.